Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. I've got to start this video with a disclaimer, and this is a disclaimer that a lot of people are going to completely ignore. Then they're going to form their narrative. Then they're going to go on the attack, and that's okay because I am used to it. Did Tennessee lose the game against Georgia because of the officials? No, Georgia's a good football team. Georgia executed. Georgia made plays. Tennessee was really bad on offense. They were really bad on defense. They didn't put it together, and Georgia won the game. However, did the officials impact the game in Athens on Saturday night? 100%. I want to take a look at a comment from MG Way. Shout out MG Way. In no way am I going after MG Way with this video. I think he just brings up some talking points that we can launch into this video with. Left the comment about 10 hours ago, says, I want everybody in this community to quit crying over the referees. The game was not even close. Outscored 31-7 in 3 quarters. Now, I've seen this narrative a lot. I've seen it a lot from Georgia fans saying that this game was never close. It was a blowout. 31-7 in the last 3 quarters. Can I ask why we're not allowed to talk about the first quarter? Can I ask why we're only going to look at 3 quarters of the game? Well, that would be because Tennessee dominated the first quarter. Tennessee outscored Georgia 10-0 in the first quarter. And guess what? That counts as part of the game. So when you say the game was not even close, I think I would say that you're a little bit crazy because Tennessee had the football with about 9 minutes left to go in the game. They had a 4th down and 5 on the Georgia 41. But guess what? They shot themselves in the foot. On 4th and 5, Tennessee looks like they're going to go for it. Lance Hurd with a false start. Tennessee elects to punt the football. I still thought they were in pretty good spot. Pin Georgia back inside the 10. But then Georgia went and put together a drive. 12 plays, 92 yards, scored a touchdown, and put the game away. But to say that it wasn't close, to say that Georgia outscored Tennessee 31-7 in 3 quarters, I don't think that's telling the full story. This was a one-possession game. Tennessee had the football, and kudos to Georgia for making plays when they needed to make plays. But MG Way wants everybody to stop crying about the officials. But again, did the officials give Tennessee that game? No, they didn't. They didn't. Did the officials make it really hard for Tennessee to go down to Athens and compete with the Georgia Bulldogs? 100%. One of the big plays for me was this right here. I've had a lot of people tell me, Boogie, that is not a fumble. You're crazy. He didn't make a football move. He didn't secure the ball. There's the catch. There's the secure 1-step, 2-step, hat on the ball. What a great play by Will Brooks. Guess what, boys? That is a fumble. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you spin it. It's right in front of your face. Catch, secure, 1, 2, hat on the ball. That is a fumble. The officials blow the play dead. Why? Because then you don't have to review it. You let it play out. Tennessee recovers. Then if you want to go review it and determine whether or not it was a fumble or an incomplete pass, I'm fine with that. Tennessee got screwed on that play. Don't care how you want to spin it. It's right in front of your face. Now, Josh Heupel asked immediately after the game about the face mask call. This is how Josh Heupel responded. Clearly, he does not think the officials were squared away on Saturday night. Let's take a listen.
Josh, a follow-up on the face mask. We watched the replay.
Yeah, what did it look like?
It looked like the back of the helmet popped off. We didn't see a hand on the face mask. What was the explanation?
Can you repeat that?
It looked like a helmet popped off, so there wasn't a hand on the face mask.
SEC office.
Next question. Did they give you an explanation of why it was called?
Next question.
Anything else for Coach?
You want to ask about the 12 men on the field?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll have players shoot.
So clearly, Josh Heupel, frustrated, asked about the face mask call. Georgia goes from looking at a 3rd and 9 to automatic 1st down. Guess what? That drive leads to a touchdown. And that's why I continue to say, can you put it all on the officials? No, because, yes, Georgia got a second opportunity. Georgia got a free 1st down right there. But Tennessee still has to make the stops in those situations when a call goes against you. When the plays or breaks go your way, score, right? When they don't go your way, find a way to get it done. We're going to take a look at some comments on Twitter. We're going to take a look at a few more plays. But as always, I need you guys to do me that YouTube stuff real quick. Just smash a thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel, and I would appreciate it. If it's your first time on the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media, reporters, journalists. What we are is fans. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video live later tonight. Yeah, we play EA Sports College Football 25. You have the opportunity to come on and go head-to-head with me. Tonight, I'm going head-to-head with Retro. The only Georgia fan that I think I don't like Retro. I'm just kidding. I don't like Retro, but I am going to have an opportunity to go head to head with him tonight. But we also talk Tennessee football all night long. Wednesday night, Talkin VAWLS live at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll look ahead to Senior Day coming up on Saturday, so make sure you join us for that. So, can we blame the officials? Can we not blame the officials? Well, I mean, I guess we can fan however we want to fan, but I thought this was a pretty good, accurate response from Roddy White on Twitter. You can see his timeline during the course of the game. Says they are cheating Tennessee with these penalties. That false start, that was a false start by the quarterback. Man was moving before the ball was snapped. Colin Coward says college football officiating is easily the worst officiating of any sport. And I would start with that by saying, I agree with that. Like I've said it all year long, whether it's gone in Tennessee's favor or against Tennessee, you call out when the officiating is bad, and it's been pretty bad all year. Roddy White says straight awful. It's the NCAA's fault, though, because these guys got to get other jobs. Exactly. Make them full-time paid gigs. Says this, if this was their only job, they could focus on this one thing and be great at it and not terrible. The amount of money they make, this should be a six-figure job. Now, the tweet that I like here is the middle one. It says, I feel bad for Tennessee. These penalties that were called on them tonight was some BS. Nobody would beat Georgia with these calls. That's the accurate response here. I think, you know, it's Georgia's a good football team. You're going on the road. You're playing in Athens against a team that hasn't lost at home since 2019. Let that sink in. Put that into some perspective there. But nobody is going to beat Georgia. It's hard enough to go beat a good football team like the Bulldogs in a hostile environment on the road as it is. But now you add in some of this officiating, your back's against the wall. It makes it pretty dang difficult. So I like the response there from Roddy White. We can go over to A to Z Sports. Shout out Zach Reagan. Put together an article here. The truth about the Tennessee Vols loss to the Georgia Bulldogs, and the national media are unwilling to admit. Now we go down through here, and I like right out of the gate. Roddy says Tennessee didn't play its best game of the season against Georgia. That's where it starts for me. Tennessee had opportunities to make plays. And again, I know a lot of people are going to completely ignore the disclaimer at the top of this video, but it is what it is. The Vols defensive line wasn't nearly as disruptive as it's been all season. Additionally, Tennessee's linebackers and wide receivers had an up and down night against the Bulldogs. Now, you can go on, and it shows here that Tennessee was in the game. It says here tied at 17, failed to get anything going offensively on its first possession of the second half. The Vols chose to punt the ball away from the Georgia 36-yard line. UT ended up actually pulling from the 41-yard line after intentionally taking a delay of game penalty. That's when the momentum of the game completely shifted in Georgia's favor, thanks in part to some horrendous officiating. Says after drawing an obvious pass interference call on wide receiver Arian Smith, UT defense had the Bulldogs in a 2nd and 24 situation. Tennessee's defense then appeared to force a 3rd and 9 from the 32-yard line. Unfortunately for the Vols, a Georgia player's helmet came off while being tackled, and the officiating crew incorrectly assumed that a Tennessee defender ripped the helmet off by the face mask. Here's the replay. Because I keep hearing here that this was a face mask. All I see is a hand on an arm. I see an arm around the head. I don't see buckle your chin strap, son. How about you buckle up your chin strap? That is not a face mask. We need to watch it again because people keep coming in here and telling me that was a face mask. It was clearly a face mask. They keep telling me that was not a fumble, but I am showing it on the screen. We're watching it. That is not a face mask. Earlier, that was a fumble. Great play by Will Brooks. That took you from a 3rd and 9 to an automatic first down. And again, this is where Tennessee's defense, you got to step up. You got to make plays. You got to make stops. And you didn't. Georgia got a first down. They went on down the field and they scored. Now, another play that everybody is talking about is the late substitution, right? Jackson Moy running off the field. Zach Reagan goes on to provide plenty of examples here. Here's from the Ole Miss-Oklahoma game where players are walking off the field. It's something we have seen all year long. They are forcing the opponents to use a timeout. The official stands over the ball. Now, the official stood over the ball as Jackson Moy was walking off the field, but then he backed off. They let Georgia snap it. They looked at 12 men on the field, and then they told Josh Heupel, you've got to be faster than that. Now, they said on the broadcast, you got 3 seconds. Where did that rule come from? Because they have been giving other teams longer than 3 seconds. They've been giving Tennessee longer than 3 seconds to get off the field all year long. And there's been plenty of times that I say, that's a joke. You got to do something to change that. When the offense substitutes, I understand you got to give the defense time to substitute. Now, this late substitution stuff and walking off the field, that's a joke. But if you're going to let teams do it, you got to be consistent. And they didn't let Tennessee do it Saturday night against Georgia. Those are just a few examples. And again, I'm not saying the officiating cost Tennessee this game. I'm saying they made it very difficult for Tennessee to go down there to Georgia and come out with a win. What are your thoughts? Because it seems like there are two sides to this story. You cannot talk about officiating at all, or the officials 100% cost us the game. What do you think? Jump into the comment section. Let's get into it. As always, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, go check out the official Talkin VAWLS merchandise. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. And thank you to the members of the channel. This show doesn't exist without you. If you like what we do, think about hitting the join button. It's right down there beside subscribe. There's also a link in the description. It's just $1 a month, and you are providing support for this channel, for the fans, by the fans, also fan-funded. We do not exist without your support. But that is going to do it for this one. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you'll come hang out tonight live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time for EA Sports College Football 25. But that is going to do it. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.